Okay, once you have figured out what the notes of your tone row is going to be, the 12 pitches that you should try to make dissonant one to the other, each interval. You don't have to. There's a lot. I mean, I am showing you guys how to fill out this matrix because I think it's music for today in our troubled world, in our chaotic world, and you know, sometimes music helps to reflect that. That's my take on that, but that's a whole different subject. I'm here to explain how to fill this out. So anyway, here's my notes that I selected for this particular row, and I called the song or the tune composition breaking point. And so the first note in this row of tones we're going to label as 0, and as you can see I need a better pencil. Alright, we're going to label it as 0. Let me sharpen my pencil here a little bit. Always a problem. Okay, that's 0. And then we need to find out, chromatically speaking, what is the next note in line after E. It would be F, right? So that would be 1. Okay. And then 2 would be F sharp. Okay. 3 would be G. 4 is going to be G sharp. So over here. And 5 is going to be A. Trying to reach over sideways here and print correctly. Okay, A sharp would be 6. B 7. C 8. C sharp 9. D 10. And 11 would be D sharp, and that's it. Okay, that's the 12 pitches. In order for this to be figured out correctly, we say that that is 0. So 0 through 11, and then that is our prime row. Okay, it's called prime, and when we reverse that prime row, it's called retrograde, so we can play it backwards. And then we have to figure out the inversion of this row, and then if we play that inversion backwards, we have retrograde inversion. So how do we figure out what these pitches are going to be? Okay, everything has to equal to 12. Alright, so this 0, this is also a 0, so there we go. Okay, so 6. What plus 6 equals 12? It'd be another A sharp, wouldn't it? Okay, so that would be there. And that's 6. Yeah. Okay, what plus 2 equals 12? That would be 10. So the D would go next. Okay. 10. Okay, what plus 11 is 12? 1. So the F would go next. It's pretty easy. It's just simple arithmetic. Once you get the hang of the order of how you do this, it's pretty easy, and you can come up with your own rows and figure this whole square out. And then you have all these options of notes and chords to play. Okay, so we said F was 1. Okay, And then 5, what plus 5? It'd be 7, right? So that would be a B note would be next. 7. Okay, what plus 1 would be 12? 11, D sharp. Okay. And what plus 10? 2. So F sharp. Okay, and what plus 4? That would be 8. So that would be a C. Okay, what plus 9? It would be a 3. Let me make sure I'm right here. Did I skip one? Oh, this is the great thing about this. Okay, we had, oh, yeah. So it'd be a 4. So it'd be a G sharp. Yeah, I guess I was right. Okay. I was just kind of drawing a blank there. 4, and it's kind of sometimes tricky to keep in order where you're at. Okay, so what we need to go to 9, right? Yeah, okay, 9 plus 3 is going to be 12. So that would be a regular G there. All right, and then what plus 3? That would be 9. So that'd be a C sharp, right? Okay, so 9, C sharp. And then we have our last one, 7 plus what equals 12. That would fill in that, and that would be an A. 7 plus 5 is 12, so that one is 5. Okay, so now we have our inversion. Okay, now how do we figure out the prime from 6? Okay, once again, 12 is our magic number. Okay, we look at this, 6 plus 6 is going to be 12. So you'll notice when you build this matrix that diagonally all of these are going to be the same. So you can actually just go down the line and fill them in. Okay. Okay, now we got to figure out, okay, 2 plus 10, okay, that's 12, but I'm sorry, we got to go here. So 2 plus 6 is 8, so we put a C in here. Okay, 11 plus 6, whoa, that's over 12, isn't it? That is 17. So we subtract 17, we subtract 12 from 17, which is going to be 5. Okay, see how I got that? You'll get it. Okay, 5 plus 6 is 11, so we're under, so we can do that with simple addition. Okay, 1 plus 10, oh I'm sorry, see, got to keep track where you're at. Let's see, 1 plus 6 is 7, so that's going to be 1 plus 6 is 7b, okay. Alright, 10 plus 6, oh, we're over 12, aren't we? So we're at 16, so subtract 12 from 16 and we get 4, and that would be a G sharp in there. Okay. So we got that far. Now 4 plus 6 is 10, so that'd be D. 8 plus 6 is 14, so that would be F sharp would go there. Nine plus 6 is 15, so subtract 12 from 15, and it's 3, it'd be a G. Okay, alright, 3 plus 6 is 9, C sharp goes in here, and then we've got 7 plus 6, it's over 13, so we put the 1, you have to do a little subtraction there, and then there you go. Okay, the same is for the rest. You just go from here to there now and work. So 6 plus 10 is 16, and you subtract 12 from 16 and you get 4. So a G sharp would go in there. The next one was E. Okay, so that one is already done. Okay, but just to make sure, you'll see we've got 2 plus 10 is 12, so E is 2 plus 10, so that's where that's at. As you can see here, 11 plus 1, E, 5 plus 7, E, 1 plus 11, going to be E. So all those, like I say, are going to be E's. Okay, getting back just a little more. I'm not going to do this whole thing, but I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so 11, okay, plus 10 is going to be 21. So that's a big number, right? Okay, so we got 21. We got to subtract 12 from 21. And so what would that leave you with? I'll let you figure it out there. Right, 9. So we put the C sharp in there. Okay, all right, 5 plus 10 is 15, 12 from 15, got 3, so our G would go in there, and so on and so forth. Okay, now I wrote this out big so you could see it. Okay, here's what it looks like finished.